Do you want to play Wii U games on your PC? Then this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up Cemu, a Wii U emulator that will let you play Wii U games directly on your PC. Let's jump right into this. So the first thing you need to do is come to this link. Links is always in the description down below, and this is going to be for the Cemu emulator. Once we're here, we're going to be clicking the download latest version option, which at the time of recording is 2.6. This is going to bring you directly to the Cemu GitHub page. Again, here we're looking for version 2.6. We're going to be looking for the Windows version here in the .zip file. We're going to be letting that download. While we have our web browser open, I also want to bring your attention to the compatibility page right here. And this will already give you an idea of how well or how badly a game will play, depending on the title you want to play. So here each game is giving a rating from perfect to unknown, and this will determine how well your game will play. With our web browser open, we're also going to be coming to this link, and this is going to be to download 7-zip. We're also going to be needing this a bit later. We're going to be downloading the latest Windows version right here. Once you have your files downloaded, I'm just going to be moving them to a new folder here. The first thing I'm going to be doing is installing 7-zip. Double click the exe file, click yes on the Windows pop-up, select an install location. I'm just going to be leaving it on my C drive. Click install, click close, and then 7-zip will be installed. Before we install our emulator, we're first going to be talking about games. And I will mention up front, I'm not going to be showing you in today's video where to download games. You will need to source and or download your own games. A quick Google search will help you out here. Otherwise, your games can come in a couple of formats. And there are a couple of things I would recommend doing with your game files to manage this a bit better. So I have a couple of games here. Now, most likely if you do download your games, they will come in a .7-zip or a .rar format. You can see one of my games are currently in a .7-zip file. And before you can bring these over to Cemu, you will first need to extract them. To extract the file, you need to right click, show more options, 7-zip, extract files, click OK, and then you need to wait a couple of seconds while your files extract. Now, once this is done inside your game file, you might get a couple of folders. Some games might come with a bunch of different file types inside. This is all normal and expected. However, what I would recommend doing is separating your update files and DLC files. Now, depending where you download your game, they might come with DLCs, they might come with update files, or you might get them if you're extracting your own game files. To make it easy for Cemu, and I'll be showing you a bit later, updates for the game files that you have, I'd recommend putting in a separate folder. So here you can see I have updates for different game files, and DLCs for games. And DLCs for games, I also put in a different folder here because we will need to install these and manage these a bit differently. So keep your game files in individual folders and then keep your updates and DLCs in a separate folder with each game file inside that folder. This will become a bit clearer a little bit later. I know from a first point, this is a lot to understand. From this point, we will then extract Cemu. It's currently in a zip file. Right click, show more options, 7-zip, extract files, click OK. It's then going to extract a new folder here with our emulator inside. We're going to be double clicking our Cemu exe file. It's first going to ask where your games are located. So what I'm going to be doing is clicking browse right here and locating to where my games are. I'm going to be selecting my games folder, click select folder. And then what I'd also recommend doing is downloading the graphics pack and mod option here. Simply click that. This is going to check the version and this can take a couple seconds to download. This is going to give us a list of graphics packs and mods we can take a look at a bit later. I'm going to be closing this down for now. We're then going to be clicking next on this pop-up. We're then going to have some options. The first thing we can do here is configure input. And here we're going to be able to set up a controller. If you are using something like an Xbox One controller, PS4, PS5 controller, what I'd recommend doing is setting this to Wii U Pro controller, which we will then be able to map. From here, we can then click on the controller dropdown, and underneath API, we can select a couple of things. If you are going to be using an Xbox controller, you will need to select the X input controller. If you're going to be using a PlayStation controller, you'll need to select direct input. And if you're using another third-party controller, depending on what you're using, it might be either of these or even an SDL controller. You can look in your controller specs. Otherwise, you can experiment and see which one of these will actually map and work for your buttons. But for today's video, I'm going to be starting with my Xbox controller. So I'm going to be selecting X input. Then I'm going to be making sure my controller is connected to my PC. I'm going to be selecting controller 1 here, which is going to be my Xbox controller. Click add, and it should automatically map all of our buttons. And you can see here everything is mapped. If you would like to remap anything, you simply click it, click the button on your controller, and you can go through and remap each of the buttons you want to map. Now, once you have your controller set up the way you want, I would recommend creating a profile. Here you can just call it controller 1, click save, and then your profile is created. Now for the second controller, what we're going to do is set up the keyboard. So we can do this again by clicking emulated controller, Wii U Pro controller. For the controller, we're going to be setting our API to keyboard. We're then going to be making sure our keyboard is selected, click add. Here you will then need to go through and map each of the buttons that you want to set up. So here you can set up, for example, WASD as your left axis. Now using a mouse directly here is not really possible. So instead you'll have to use your up, down, left, right arrows to emulate a joystick. As you can see, this will move around as if I was pressing these buttons. So here you can set this up. Once you have this fully mapped the way you want, you can create a profile here, also called keyboard, for example. Click save, and then this will be mapped to that. Once you have your profile saved and you're happy with everything, click X on the top right. Underneath additional options, you can also click here to start games in full screen if you want. And if you have two screens or you would like to open your main screen and your Wii U pad separately, you can enable that here. I'm going to be leaving that unchecked for now. Then I'm going to be clicking close. I also want to ask in today's video, we currently have just over 40,000 subscribers. By the end of this year, we're trying to reach 50,000. If you could hit that subscribe button to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. Let's jump back to the video. From this point, Cemu should open, and if you had games in your games folder, they should show up here. You can see I have all of my games here enabled. Before we do anything else, we're going to be running through a couple settings inside Cemu. What we're going to be doing is clicking File. We're going to be coming up here to Options, General Settings. We're going to be coming to Graphics. And here by default, everything should be good. If you are having issues with Vulkan or OpenGL, you can switch between the two. You need to make sure your graphics device is set to your graphics card if you also have an internal GPU, which I do. I'm going to be making sure it's on my dedicated graphics card. If you'd like to enable VSync, you can here. I'm going to be setting it to double buffering. This can stop screen tearing and help your games look a bit better. The upscale and downscale filters, I'm not going to be touching. I'm going to be leaving them alone in today's video. The last thing you can take a look at here is the full screen scaling. If you would like your games to stretch, you can enable that. I like keeping my games in the default aspect ratio, so I'm going to be leaving that alone. Underneath overlay, if you want to overlay the FPS or different CPU, GPU usage, stuff like that, you can enable that here and select the position. For me, I'm going to be leaving it disabled, but you can set that up as you want. Set a text color, set a scaling, and experiment here a little bit. From this point, we're going to be closing down our settings, and now we're going to be talking about updates and DLC files. So as mentioned, I have my 3 games here. On our table here, we can see a couple pieces of information. First is the version, and the second is the DLC. Depending on which version of the update file you have, it will add a number here. And if you have DLCs for your game, it will also show a number here as well. As you can see, I currently have no update files for Wind Waker HD, so it's on the base version. This doesn't mean it won't work. This also doesn't mean that an update file is required. It just shows what version of the game you are currently running. Now, if when selecting your game folder, all of your files were separated correctly, it will actually automatically install these versions and DLCs. However, if you would like to point to a specific folder, for example, I can select Shovel Knight, I can right click, locate to my game directory file, and I just need to make sure that it's pointing to the correct folder here, which it currently is. If it's not, and you would like to install an update or DLC file, what you can do is click File, install game title update or DLC, and then locate where the update file is. And you'll be able to install it, and it should automatically show up here. If you want to get more information on the settings you might want to use for your games or the game, we can right click any game, click on the Wiki page, which will open up a new link linking directly to the Cemu game. And here you can get some more information about the game, when it was tested, some known issues, and you can adjust your game settings like that. Now, if you would like to edit or create a custom profile for your game to set up specific settings, you can do that too. We can right click, edit game profile. Here we can then select a couple of general settings that we can update. We can also update the graphics settings for this specific game. And we can even map certain controller profiles to a controller port. And it's quite easy to set up. Now, at the start of the video, we updated our graphics packs. If a game has a graphics pack, you will be able to find it by right clicking, edit graphics packs. And here you can see a categorized list of all the different things you can install for that specific game. Some games will have a lot of graphics packs, some games will not have that many. You can always come here and download the latest version for the game that you have. Here you can go through and read what each of them does. For example, enabling some extra filtering options, updating the resolution so you can go to a higher resolution. You can see that the shadow resolution can be updated. So it is recommended to check each game that you have to see what you will be able to do. And then you can experiment with these options to see how they perform with your system. And now I'm going to be launching my game. Double click any game and it will open up. And here you should have all the settings that you set up and your game should work pretty well. If you do have your controller set up, you will be able to use it now. Or if you're using your keyboard, you can also feel free to do that. If you would like to exit full screen, we can click the escape key on our keyboard. We can also click on options here and click full screen. And you'll be able to access your menu like that as well. Now, as mentioned earlier in the video, we currently disabled the gamepad view. If you would like to view that at any point, we can come to options, click separate gamepad view here. And you will get a second window that will act as your gamepad view. Otherwise, it's as easy as that to set up and play Wii U games on your PC. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're new, check out the other videos on the channel. Until next time, guys, as always, keep it saucy. Peace.